Okay, welcome back to another video. So today I woke up this morning and I thought, oh no, I didn't plan out what I was going to do for today. So I'm like, I don't know. I've got ideas. Let's see what I can come up with. So I'm sitting there this morning and I'm trying to come up with some project that we could do today. And it keeps escaping me and everything. And then it hit me. I was like, I need a wooden mallet. So, okay. Well, I went out to my wood piles and I was looking through my lumber. And it turns out I don't have the right size material to make a wooden mallet. So I'm going to have to buy some or see if I can just get some. But for the record, I am going to do this video in real time. I'm not going to time lapse anything. I'm not going to work on anything today. I've still got a lot going on today, so we're just going to talk. We're going to hang out together and talk. So I did draw myself up a little schematic of my wooden mallet with the tapered handle for, these, was it friction fit is the proper term. I've got it done, but I'd thought about coming up with a project to make a ritual Mjolnir, a big one. But I've got the stuff. I just don't, honestly, I'll be honest with you, I don't feel like doing it today. I'm worn out. I worked way too hard on a lot of stuff yesterday. So, because I've got this big old piece of oak, big old thick chunk of oak that I can make something out of, but we're gonna do that later. I got this piece of hemlock over here. I like hemlock. It's good light wood, but it's strong. And that grain is beautiful. So, but okay, so let me give you a little backstory on where this next bit came from. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of makers and crafters, and I like watching people make stuff. And last night I was sitting there watching one of my favorite guys, and chances are you know who they are, this person is, because he has been on so much stuff. He was on a show that pretty much everyone in the world watched. I might get like infringement on this. I don't know, but I love watching Adam Savage from Mythbusters. He has a channel. It's Adam Savage is Tested. You should go check it out. It's pretty interesting. But I like watching him make stuff. He's a prop maker, and he's a lot of fun. Well, last night he was talking about a subject that I combat myself over constantly, and I never knew there was an actual term for it, but it's called Imposter Complex. And it's that inner voice in your head, everybody's got it, that tells you that you're not good enough, you're terrible at what you do, and you should just quit while you're ahead. And that's something I fight with. I'm my own worst critic. And to know that there are so many people in the world that deal with that issue, the imposter complex, that's comforting to know that you're not the only one going through it. So if you ever feel like you're not good enough, or you're terrible at what you do because you make a mistake, or it doesn't turn out the way you wanted, then you're not alone. And I suffer from the same thing, and it is fleeting. It does come and go. It's not permanent. So I really wanted to talk about that today. that really kind of hit home last night watching that video. But you know, my whole channel here has done so much better than I ever thought it would. I never thought that I'd have, this many people watching me. I never thought I was good enough. I never thought I was entertaining enough. You all have sort of proven me wrong, and I appreciate that. I know this video is probably really boring compared to my other ones, but that's okay. You got to slow down every once in a while. You don't have to do everything big all the time, I don't think. But I want to give some updates on what's to come. I'm hoping that I can eventually do a live stream where I can just work in real time. You'll see me second for second how I'm doing it, what I'm doing. I really want to do that. I might do that for the Mjolnir build, maybe. That would be fun, I think. Right? Like, I've got the wood, make myself a ritualistic Mjolnir, ceremonial Mjolnir, as it were. In real time, you can watch me do it second for second. That would be fun. I want to do that. Another thing I want to talk about is I want you all, everyone that watches this, to throw a question down in the comments. I want to do like a little Q&A. I want you to share or to ask me questions that you want to, just things, anything. About me, about the work I do, anything really. And I'll do my best to answer them the only way I know how, using my somewhat lacking brain power. But I want to do a Q&A. I want to answer these questions. I won't answer you in the comments. What I want to do is I want you to ask me all your questions. I'll write them all down, and then I'll do a video of answering them. There was something else I wanted to talk about too. But yeah, throw your questions down. I would love to hear your questions. I'd love to know what's going on in your mind when you watch my videos. Things I haven't covered, things you would like me to cover, things you'd like to see me build or whatever. I'm open. I mean, I know my channel is my own and I'll do on it what I want, but I want to do things for you all as well. I want to do things that you'll enjoy watching specifically. Because I can, just tinker down here in my shop and I can do home improvements all day long, but just if there's something specific you want to see, I'd love to know what that is, and I would do my best to do it. I remember now. So, I know I'm horribly random today. So, I was talking about, I've got my sawbucks, and yes, I've done it again, my sawbucks and the thick cardboard for my little workbench. It's not strong at all. So I ordered my other workbench, and it's this really nice wooden workbench it's got pegs, it's got a carpenter's vise built into it. It's really nice. It's 4 feet by like almost 3 feet or 2 feet, something like that. It's a good size workbench for my shop and what I need. Because nothing I build is really big. The biggest thing is going to be that coffee table when I get to it. But I did order that. So this is the stool that I've been sitting on. It's a cheapo, like, I think it costs like $5. The legs aren't even on it, so it wobbles really bad. And that's really hard when you're wood burning because it'll like shift on you. So I ordered me a new stool, and it's a rolling stool, so I'll be able to roll back and forth through my shop. If I need a tool, I can just, over to the other workbench, grab it, and come back over. Because believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, I do work when I'm not recording too. I love building stuff and woodworking. It's so much fun. But I've got stuff going. I've got a desk for my laptop so I can edit my videos on a desk, because right now I'm sitting it on my lap and that's really tiresome. The mouse doesn't work real well on the couch. But I've got that coming. We're getting a chest freezer. Finally, we're getting a chest freezer so we can bring all our frozen stuff down here. But it's coming along. We're getting there. But there are a lot more projects that I want to do, and until I get the workbench, I can't do them. It's just not going to be possible. So I don't know. I want to get up and check and see how long I've been recording, but I'm doing it in real time. I'm doing it in one solid video instead of editing as much, because it's going to be a hectic day this afternoon, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time sitting there editing today. So I'll just keep going for a little bit, and then we'll just see what happens. So in my video yesterday, I showed my little addendum to my gate build that I did, and it worked really, really well. I'm happy about it. My youngest boy decided to climb on it, and it didn't budge, so I'm very happy about that. And I was asked yesterday by my wife why or she didn't ask me, sorry, I apologize. She didn't ask me. I just brought it up. Why I didn't swing it outward instead of inward. Because the way it is now, it literally just opens and folds against the inside of the deck, which is what I wanted. But the reason I didn't do it to where it swings out, I was afraid my youngest boy would grab onto it and somehow get it unlatched and end up swinging out over the steps. Because he's clever and he can get hurt. So I know a lot of you that watch these videos know me personally. I know that there are several of you that know my family. And those of you who don't, the videos, when you upload videos on YouTube, if you never have, they ask you a lot about whether children are in the videos. Is it made for kids? Are there children involved? Is there anything in the video that could be misconstrued as harm or negligence to your children? I work a lot with power tools, and like you've seen in some of my videos, I like to throw axes. And sure, my oldest boy, he enjoys throwing axes. But that's not. But having my kids and everybody involved is not something that I'm ready for. Because when you have kids in the video, and if it is a video made for kids, you have to choose that it's made for kids, and then they turn off comments, which is fine. But I like people to be involved in what I'm doing. I like them to ask questions and share their experiences and their stories. And I'm hoping that will become more as we go. But if there are kids in the video, you have to be real, real careful that nothing in the background or foreground or whatever can be seen and misconstrued as inappropriate for children. Like me, I smoke cigarettes. Okay, I do. I choose not to on camera for my own personal benefit. I also do sit down and enjoy beer. I'm a human. I'm a guy. That has nothing to do with it. But I'm a human being. I have vices just like everybody else does, and I enjoy beer. Well, I can't really, like yesterday's video. I spent after I finished building the gate the first time, I spent about 2 hours afterwards sitting on my porch or on my deck drinking a beer. And I had a couple. And then I recorded the little part with me explaining how I gave it more support. In all fairness, I was about 3 sheets to the wind when I did that. And you can tell by the way I say the word straight. Because right now it's very simple, straight. I stuttered a little bit. So, yes, I have vices. They're not things that I want to put in my videos, so I have to be really careful. I'm careful in general on my own at home with my kids. Maybe a little too overprotective, but every parent's different. But my kids don't have access to my beer or my cigarettes, and it's like I don't want to put that in videos and then start and have videos where I've got a beer or a cigarette, and then suddenly in the next video my kids are there, because that could be misconstrued, and it's a touchy world. So I'm trying to cover myself here. Fun fact, that's not where I wanted to go today, but hey. So let's get off of that topic and move on to something else. I witnessed something this morning, taking my youngest boy to daycare, that blew me away. So there's a parking lot just across the road from my son's daycare. And I drop him off, and my wife and I had talked about it last night. And the guy is parked over there in the parking lot selling flats of strawberries. And I thought, okay, strawberries, they'd be really good. We could make jams. We could make all kinds of stuff with it. Strawberry pancakes. We could do strawberry syrup. I could make. I'm a mead maker as well. If you don't, you probably don't know that. I enjoy making mead, honey wine, and I could make a strawberry mead. I was really excited. Well, we got the cash out so we could get us a flat of them. And I mean, a flat's a good amount of strawberries. So I drop him off and I pull across the street into the parking area, and there's a line of people. I thought, okay. So I get out, I'm walking up, and I'm going to be respectful of other people. So I don't wear a mask because of the beard. It pushes it back, makes it look like I have a shelf. So I use a bandana, right? And I get out, and I'm walking up to the line, and I'm putting my bandana on, and the guy steps out of his trailer that he's got, and he goes, "That's it, folks. We're out." And I hadn't even tied it yet, and I went, "Well, that was pointless." And the guy in front of me laughed, and I walked away. The thing that blew me away about this was he started selling these strawberries at 8 o'clock this morning. He was sold out by 8:15. And it was one of those 12-foot by 8-foot box trailers. Full. Gone in 15 minutes. So I was a bit shocked, to say the least. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting him to be sold out that quick. I thought I could at least get one. But hey. So, okay. I want to point out something. I'm all over the place today. Got a million things running through my head. I'm trying to plan my wooden mallet out, my Mjolnir out, my coffee table out, all while talking. I'm all over the place. So, I don't know if you've ever recorded just a video of yourself doing something or talking, but it is a very strange feeling if you really think about it. Because right now, I'm sitting down in my basement, in my shop, talking to myself. Because you won't see this till Saturday. I'm filming this on Friday. So, technically, I'm just sitting down here talking to myself. And as strange of a feeling as it is quite therapeutic. because you get to talk about things that go on in your head, and you get to get them out instead of them just building up in your head. And I mean, I'm not complaining about anything. I'm not trying to bring you down into some dark place. No, I'm just talking out loud, thinking and running through these concepts and these ideas that go on in my head, because my head is moving at 90 miles a minute. It's just bah, 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 one thing after another. It never stops, ever. Probably why I don't get a lot of sleep. But it's like I have all these ideas of things I want to do, and I need tools to do them. I need to buy new tools to do them. Well, to buy new tools, I got to have the money to buy these tools, and it's like I'm eventually wanting to have merch for my YouTube when I get monetized, and that's gonna be a while. But I'm already planning out my merch style, and it's just I'm all over the place. So you'll forgive me if I'm random and crazy. But I feel like random and crazy is entertaining, at least. Because, I'm not boring. So that's good. But, yeah. So, I don't know how long we've been going. I don't know how long I've been talking. I could probably talk for days on end. But, I figure that's just kind of what I had in mind today, was just chatting with you. So we'll see how this video does. Hopefully it'll be received well. If not, I can just sort of back away from it. But and for the record, I'm not being down on myself. I'm trying new things. I'm trying to see how it goes. Different concepts, different ideas. That's all that is. I'm not being down. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not going to think twice. So, but I think that's all I've got to talk about today. Be sure to hit that notification bell. Like, subscribe, throw a comment down, a question, anything really. Just put a comment out there, and we'll take it from there. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.